And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Real Folk Club yet again on a Friday night. And we're still locked in, and it's the 27th of November. And up here in the hills, we are already sub-zero. We've got frost on the cars. It's a lovely night, but everything's nice and crisp. And I see Irene is there looking very festive, trimmed up already. First one. There's always got to be one, hasn't there? Right, it's St Andrew's Day on Monday, so we'll do a little Scottish number. Just, if nothing else, just to annoy Mike Hawkins, because he hates all these little Scottish words, doesn't he? So we'll do some Robbie Burns. A fond kiss and then we sever. A farewell that lasts forever. Deep in heart run tears, I'll pledge thee. Warring sighs and groans, I'll wage thee. Who can say that fortune grieves him, while the star of hope she leaves him? Mean a cheerful twinkle lights me, dark despair around unites me. I'll not blame my partial fancy, nothing could resist my Nancy, for to see her was to love her, love but her and love forever. Had we never loved so kindly, had we never loved so blindly, never met and never parted, we would never been broken hearted. Fare thee well, thou first and fairest, fare thee well, thou best and dearest, thine be ilka joy and treasure, peace, enjoyment, love and pleasure. A fond kiss and then we sever. A farewell that lasts forever. Deep in heart run tears, I'll pledge thee. Warring sighs and glooms, I'll wage thee.
Very nice week. We forgot to remind everybody, feel free to unmute yourself and give John the clap at the end of the songs there, and then don't forget to remute yourselves, which will save a lot of trouble. Right, yeah, good man, Gaffer.
Right, talk to somebody for 30 seconds, Alan.
Well, I was wondering, John, if you'd been having lessons from John Les, because that guitar work was very pleasant, and I was mightily shocked. No, that's a terrible thing to say. It's very delicately done, John. I enjoyed that. We've got a couple of new people on tonight for all you regular punters. We have Irene in the top left corner of my screen. It's no good saying that, is it? We have Irene on the screen, and we have Terry, and we don't know where Terry... Do we know where Terry's from? He's going to unmute himself.
Yeah, I'm from Essex. So
Essex. Oh, we're
outside of the country.
Essex boy.
all right. Essex. Know what I mean? Yeah.
Am I still allowed here?
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Thank you.
Yeah. We don't mind Anglo-Saxons nowadays because there's more of them than us. Yeah, we're going to murder them on the rugby field tomorrow. Oh my word! Here we go.
Right.
I'll mute you, Terry, and let them get on.
This could be described as from the sublime to the ridiculous.
Okay, so are you ready with your fingers poised over your space bars? Do not join in the chorus. Okay, chorus? No, we'll do the chorus. Join in the, what you call, the echo. The da-da-da-da, that bit.
Da-da-da-da.
So I'll give you time, I'll give you 2 or 3 seconds because there's always a bit of a delay. So here we go. When I wake up, well I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, well I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. Forgot the words already. If I get drunk, well I know I'm gonna be the man who gets up next to you. And if I heaver, well I know I'm gonna be the man who's heaving to you. I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
I'm working.
When I'm working,
Well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. When the money
when the money,
comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home,
when I come
well,
home,
I know I'm gonna be the man who's coming home to you. And if I grow old,
if I grow old,
well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's going home with you. Here we go. I would walk 500
miles and
I would walk 500
100 more,
just to be
the man who walks 1,000
miles to fall down at your door. Da-da-da-da,
Da-da-da-da.
da-da-da-da,
Da-da-da-da.
da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
Da-da.
Oh, where's the bloody hens come from? Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. There's no hens in this song. When I'm lonely,
when I'm lonely,
I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. When I'm dreaming,
when I'm dreaming,
I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out,
when I go out,
I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. When I come home,
when I come home,
I know I'm gonna be the man who's coming home to you. Now I would walk
500 miles and
I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Da-da-da,
Da-da-da-da.
da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da.
feeling there look to be a few bemused faces from the people who signed in and logged in during that item. And for those who've not been to our club before, it's obvious we're a purist traditional club. There were no fingers in the ear then because he's got that hat on, you see. And is that your hair, John? Have you kept it from...
It's I've just
It's
dyed it
back.
a touch. Yeah, when I was a kid.
That's your original colour then?
I was even redder than this as a kid. I was sort of, you know.
I reckon you're a closet Scotsman yourself, you know. You've got a Scottish look, you're pale and you're ginger. Sorry, you're strawberry blonde. And I think that's... no offence, Lisa. I'm upsetting people already. And Irene. Oh, my God. And Leslie. And... right.
Oh, we've got, I see we've got Dave and we've got Malcolm coming. I'll talk to you later, Malcolm. In the
Yeah,
meantime,
you see me after class.
we'll put John and Carol on next.
Follow that with a bucket and shovel, John.
I was just about to say, how am I supposed to follow that? There we go.
You weren't going to do that one, were you, John?
Oh, of course.
Have they spoiled it for you?
Right. I suppose on Wednesday it was 52 years since I first took this young lady out who's sat next to me. And so I'll give her this one for the change.
Gonna give her one for a change.
No, I said I would give her...
I'm not going there.
What you said, John?
I would not say that. Because I'd get a black eye if I did.
No, John.
Yeah, keep it clean.
This is my gift to you. I hope you like it. This is my song for you. I hope you'll take it. Born of the love that I have for you. Born of a love that's oh so true. And it's written to say that I love you forever. And the power of love will raise the sun. Another day will brightly come. We can dance and have some fun until the morning or evening, in fact. And the moon and stars will shine at night. And I will kiss and hold you tight. And we'll make love all through the night, once upon a time, until the morning. This is my gift to you. I hope you'll take it. This is my song for you. I hope you like it. It's born of the love that I have for you. Born of a love that's oh so true. And it's written to say that I love you forever and ever and ever.
Fade out as well.
No. Yeah.
I love to watch Carol's face when John's singing those songs because she's not in the slightest embarrassed about the fact that they were for you, Carol. They're for you. He's a romantic old fool, isn't he? Well, old fool anyway. Yeah.
He's an old fool, definitely.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. She does. And it's great. Here's an old Donovan song. It's one of his, with a chorus you can all sing along to as long as you remain muted. It's probably the only song he wrote with a chorus. We stood in the windy city, the gypsy boy and I. We slept on the breeze in the midnight, with the raindrop in tears in our eyes. And who's going to be the one to say it was no good what we done? I dare a man to say I'm too young, for I'm going to try for the sun. That was the chorus, by the way. We huddled in the derelict buildings, and when he thought I was asleep, he'd lay his poor coat around my shoulders and shiver there beside me in a heap. And who's going to be the one to say it was no good what we done? I dare a man to say I'm too young, for I'm going to try for the sun. Mirror, mirror, hanging in the sky, won't you look down what's happening here below? I stand here singing to the flowers, so very few people really know. And who's going to be the one to say it was no good what we done? I dare a man to say I'm too young, for I'm going to try for the sun. We sang and cracked the skies with our laughter, our breath turned to mist in the cold. Our years put together counted 30, but our eyes told the dawn that we were old. And who's going to be the one to say it was no good what we done? I dare a man to say I'm too young, for I'm going to try for the sun. We stood in the windy city, the gypsy boy and I. We slept on the breeze in the midnight, with the raindropping tears in our eyes. And who's going to be the one to say it was no good what we done? I dare a man to say I'm too young, for I'm going to try for the sun.
Hurrah!
Oh, very nice. Nice little
Delightful.
bit of guitar work as well there, John. Very nice.
He's made a pact. He's been to the crossroads and he's made a pact.
Yeah, the lessons were worthwhile, I told you, John. Right, what's Carol doing for us tonight?
Have I shown you?
Are you not knitting, Carol?
Not at the moment, but I will be later.
Right.
Oh, one moment, John. We've got some visitors from the abroad here. Eden and Stuart have deigned to join us this week. They couldn't be asked last week. They can be asked this week. Oh, they're sober this week, relatively. Look.
I wasn't well last week.
He
Oh,
Oh,
He's all right now, though.
oh dear. You
Rubbed
didn't
him
have
down
that.
with an oily rag, and he's all right.
You didn't have that buffet food that they keep warm under lights for hours and hours and hours.
Oh.
That's good.
Oh,
Oh, that's the
No, we're not in a hotel. We're
are you having a nice time?
Yeah, it's great.
Muy bien, but muy bien.
Oh, bloody hell, here we go. That's enough. I'm going to mute you now. We've had enough from you now already. Yeah. Carry on, John.
I've shut myself up as well because I want to listen to Carol.
oh, I would.
This poem is called For You Will Not. For you will not, is the order of the day. And if you do, then they will sue. So please listen carefully to what I have to say. When riding your bike in town or country lane, be sure to wear a helmet to protect your head and brain. And if you travel on 4 wheels instead of 2, well then wearing a seatbelt is a must for you. Don't drink, don't smoke, be careful of what you eat. Watch your cholesterol, your weight and your heartbeat. Get plenty of sleep and regular exercise. And have frequent checkups on your ears, your teeth and your eyes. Don't use your mobile when in the driving seat. The same thing applies to having a drink or something to eat. And if, when out walking your dog, it does a poo, then pick it up. You know it's the right thing to do. For you will not, is the order of the day. So thank you for listening to what I had to say. Thank you.
By the way, always make Dr. Robert Glover.
Looking around the screens here, I think all the all the health warnings were frankly pissing in the wind, but right.
Conclusion, really, John.
I'm juggling a lot tonight because I'm meant to be writing the blog tomorrow. So for those of you who don't know, on a Saturday morning, if you go to either our Facebook page or the website, the Facebook page will just provide a link, and the website, if you go to Club Night What Happened, you get a sort of quick resume of approximately what happened, and there will also be a recording of the whole night. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing how bad the Proclaimers thing comes out, but there we go.
I think warts and all, John, is the phrase you're looking for.
Right, we have a lovely new face. We've been promised Irene for a couple of weeks, and she's trimmed up specially. And talking to her earlier, she is of the Scottish persuasion.
I am.
What is it? Jam, jute and journalism.
Journalism, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dundee.
I'm going to do a song by Gareth Davies-Jones called Scottish Lights. So, Dave? Oh, and by the way, the backing track's by Mike.
1, 2, 3.
Well, I'm here in the west of the island of Arran, and I'm stood on the small Isle of Plata, and I'm staring out to sea, and I'm thinking of ships that look for the light to guide them. So I move off to Barra, the Flannans and North Rona, each with their mystery and mercy, through the winds at Cape Wrath, the heavy seas at Fair Isle, each with their light to warn me. And those lights make no sound as they pirouette round, giving hope to the mariners who see them. And I'm moved by their solitude, the power of the sea, and I look for your light to guide me. Well, I saw Robert Stevenson stand on the Bell Rock, giving thanks to the great architect for the lighthouse he built there in the midst of the swell, still stands to his praise and glory. Now the light is above me, and it's held me in wonder for the many years I've tried to follow Though sometimes I've travelled through the storm and the mist, it's always shone out to find me. And those lights make no sound as they pirouette round, giving hope to the mariners who see them. And I'm moved by their solitude, the power of the sea, and I look for your light to guide me. And I dwell on these keepers who used to stand watch, and I think on the times they spent there. But you know I've never set foot on the fair Scottish lights. No, it's only a song that I'm dreaming. But one day I'll make it to wonder and pray and gaze on the wide horizon. And those lights make no sound as they pirouette round, giving hope to the mariners who see them. And I'm moved by their solitude, the power of the sea, and I look for your light to guide me. And those lights make no sound as they pirouette round, giving hope to the mariners who see them. And I'm moved by their solitude, the power of the sea, and I look for your light to guide me.
Yeah! Oh, that was really well done.
That had the feel of Stan Rogers about it. Did anybody get that from that song? I thought it was kind of Stan Rogers-ish.
Sort of a Caledonian Stan Rogers.
So who wrote that one, Irene?
Gareth Davies-Jones.
Oh, you did say. How very remiss of me.
I saw him when I went to Glenfarg Folk Club in Scotland when I was up on holiday in Dundee a couple of years ago. But he's been at the Anchor Folk Club once, and I think at the Thames, is it the Ram? I think he's been to the Ram as well. But he's very good.
Sounds like he's got a Welsh connection, doesn't he, somewhere?
Yeah, I think he was born in Ireland, but with a name like Gareth Davies-Jones, you'd think he'd be born...
He'll be one of my cousins, don't worry, he'll be one of my cousins.
He'll be one of your cousins.
Now, where is Mike? Have you got him in little box round the corner, or is he not available?
He's there, and
was he shy?
My husband's the sound man. He's Dave. He was born in the Mumbles in Swansea, but he moved to Dundee when he was 3. So I think he could, but he's still Welsh. He still thinks of himself as being Welsh.
Quite right. Well,
when the rugby comes on.
Yeah. My own Croeso iawn yma.
I'm going to sing "Follow the Heron" by Karen Polwart. Oh, the back of the winter is broken, and light lingers long by the door, and the seeds of the summer have spoken in gowans that bloom on the shore. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play, and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home. In darkness we cradled our sorrow, and stoked all our fires with fear. Now these bones that lie empty and hollow are ready for gladness to cheer. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play, and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home. So long may you sing of the salmon and the snow-scented sounds of your home, while the north wind delivers its sermon of ice and salt water and stone. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play, and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home.
Oh, lovely. Oh, we always complain. Well, I'm always complaining. We just don't get enough ladies on here. We get all these ugly old blokes with a guitar just hamming out the same old crap every week. It's just a joy to have a lady with us.
Thank
That
you.
was absolutely delightful. Thank you very much, Irene. And I'm looking over at Mike Davis. Is this one of these politicians' backdrops you've got, or do you actually own these books?
Yeah, well, we go to a lot of car boot sales.
So the real books, are they?
Oh, yes, they are real books. It's not sort of cardboard fronts, no.
No.
There we are.
And you've coloured them all in yourself.
Oh, absolutely, yes, yeah.
Right, before we move on to, I think it's Davithan B, can we have a quick word? Malcolm.
Oh, let's unmute him. Shall we
Let's
unmute him?
unmute
See how we...
Malcolm.
Oh, there he is.
No, we don't know Malcolm. Malcolm is...
No, I'm new to you. I live down in Worcestershire, and I stumbled across your website, your Facebook page, and I thought, well, let's have a look, see what you do. So here I am.
Well, that was your first mistake, wasn't it? So, are you doing a song? Are you doing some songs for us tonight?
Sorry?
Are you doing some songs for us tonight, Malcolm?
I can play a violin if that's all right.
Yeah, oh, yes.
Ask Andrew. Ask Andrew. Is it just one violin?
Just one at a time.
Right,
yeah.
that's all right then, isn't it, Andrew?
Right. Okay. Let's see what. Oh, let's look at my list. So we can break up here.
Grand. Thank you, Malcolm.
Got Dave. If we can, a fiddle would be nice. We will
With an accordion, that'd be nice. Fiddle and an accordion. Can't be done by a Zoom.
We'll say after Mike Davis, see you about another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or about 6 or 7. I'll give you a shout when we get nearer, Malcolm.
Okay.
And then Dave,
there. You know, you're going to Mike and Malcolm. Yeah.
Dave Heitch, if we can squeeze you in between Brian and Alan, that's even further on, Dave. Okay.
Is he nodding? He thumbs up. Yeah.
Right. No. Okay.
So we're going to David.
We are down to Davithan B.
Lovely.
Oh, that's lovely, eh?
Right. Lovely. Lovely boys. Right. Okay. I think it's actually B and Davies, sort of. Right. Here she is.
Oh, should I go first?
You go first.
Okay. Okay. A very short poem, sonnet, in fact. It's called Winter Landscape. In my window, I frame a winter scene of tonsured fields, shorn of their crops, rolling down to the white-haired mountain range. Moribund, the branches of an ancient oak are a filigree to filter the watery sun, flitting in and out of its cloud shroud. Only a keen-eyed kestrel swoops to wrench one last living thing from the death clench of a frost-hard land. Life's hoard of hope lies frozen along the seams of the silver stream, but unbeknown, the weak rays of the noon moon are stirring a blood that is forever green beneath the blackened veins of these remains.
Now that's lifted the mood. Delightful.
We're going to lift the mood further now. Right.
And from the sublime Oh, no, it's not David yet.
Yes, it is.
Going downhill now, I can feel it.
Before the days of newspapers, the events of the days were retailed by the street ballad singers. And here to sing one such 18th century ditty, the ballad of the Woggler's Mooly, is rambling Sid Rumpo. Now, what exactly is a Woggler's Mooly?
Well, a mooly is a sort of smoked codfish of the whelk family, or brother-in-law, you might say.
Yes?
And they were considered a great delicacy in those days. And of course, they had to be woggled before you could eat them.
Well, yes, of course. Nowadays, you can get them frozen and pre-woggled, but they don't taste the same, do they?
Oh, no! No, this is a sad story that appeared in 1738 on a broadsheet. And I've set it to a tune of that time, which I found in my gander bag, covered in loom powder and fish paste.
Fish paste? Yes. What exactly is loom powder?
Well, you see, if I started explaining that, we'd be here all night. So now, let's go to the song. Joe, he was a young cardwangler, monging greebles did he go, and he loved a boulder's daughter by the name of Chiswick Flow. Vain she was, and like a drosset, though her gander parts were fine, but she sneered at his cardwangle as it hung upon the line. So he stole a Woggler's Mooly for to make a wedding ring, but the Bow Street runners caught him, and the judge said he will swing. Oh, they hung him by the postern, nailed his mooly to the fence, for to warn all young cardwanglers that it was a grave offence. There's a moral to the story, though your cardwangle be poor, keep your hands off others' moolies, for it is against the law.
You see, whether somebody is completely bonkers or just eccentric, it depends, one, on their fame or otherwise, and it depends on their bank balance. Rich people are eccentric, poor buggers like us are bonkers. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
And thank you, B, for having a little bit of delightful, gentle stuff in the middle there, followed by his nibs. Mm.
Right. I think we're going to have something a little bit more sensible now. We've got yet another new face. We've got Terry. Essex boy Terry. Yeah.
Hi.
Okay, Terry. I will not interrupt you. I will just...
That's fine. Thank you. Lovely. It's nice to hear the from the old round the horn days, I seem to remember. And yes, thanks for letting me come along. I was here a bit early at 7:30, and there were only 5 people here then, and I already knew this was going to be an interesting evening. I could tell, and it's got more so. It's a couple of songs then. Thank you. This is an old song that I wrote way back in the late 1960s. Now that I'm older, I know I'm not old enough to know what it is to be lonesome, what it is to be without a home. But I've a friend in mind, loves me rain or shine, just don't ask me why. But her younger eyes are so much older eyes than mine. I thought I was well read, that I wouldn't need to ask her for a lead. But when I read what her eyes said, well, I knew I got nothing more to read, nothing more to say, nothing more to do, but throw all my words away on someone who needs them, who can't find a woman like you. Ran all the way here to be the first to see the rising star. But there were others before me, and the sound of beauty travels far. And I hear it sweet and clear, and it rings like a silver coin just thrown down on stone. And though I'm lost in a crowd, I just know she's around me somehow.
Fabulous, fabulous.
Oh, lovely, thank you.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
and you wrote that?
Just gone down.
Long time ago that was, yes.
Yeah.
An old favourite, really.
Wow.
And this one is a song I wrote for when my daughter was in her teens. Well, when she was 13, we bought her a little television for her bedroom, and then we didn't see her for 5 years. And she came out when she was 18 and then said, "Can I have a car?" And those kind of were lost years when all kinds of things happened. She's fine. She's all grown up now with kids of her own. So this is a song, a more recent song that I wrote for her. Always a time when water tastes like wine, when the song in your heart, it all falls apart on the starting line. You're losing the day, afraid of what the people might say, so hold on to your lover, you won't find another who won't slip away. So hold your heart, hold on to your heart, and don't give it away to the first one standing in line. So hold your heart, your poor old heart, and if you think you might lose it, you can leave it with mine. Well, it's the same old lies. They take you by surprise, but you can't stop believing in that old sweet religion and its thin disguise. You try to pretend your heart is your only friend, but you're losing the thread of all that was said, and now you're lost again. So hold your heart, hold on to your heart, and don't give it away to the first one standing in line. So hold your heart, your poor old heart, and if you think you might lose it, you can leave it with mine. To your heart, and don't give it away to the first one standing in line. So hold your heart, your poor old heart, and if you think you might lose it, you can leave it with mine. There we are.
Delightful.
Thanks for listening. Thank you.
Did your daughter take your advice? That's the important thing.
She did, and she's now just got a teenage daughter of her own, so it's
well, that serves her right.
Payback time. That's what it is.
That was absolutely lovely, Terry. I think I was looking around the Muppet boxes on Gallery View, and everybody was pretty well bewitched by the sound.
Nice of you.
Well, the shame Jeff Durno's signed out because he would have absolutely adored your guitar style. He'll pick it up on YouTube, I'm sure.
Oh, that's lovely. Well, I'm in good company. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, that was absolutely stunning. And if you're thinking, I was thinking, oh, might get somebody a bit more sensible, because Terry's thinking, well, nutters. And then I looked at my list, and it's Gaffer.
Yeah.
Hey! There you are. Hi, Terry was lovely. I did it. Oh my goodness, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It was a little masterpiece. A master with a masterpiece or two. That's what that was. This is more of a mistress piece, really. A few weeks ago, I introduced a Broken Token song, which I didn't sing because I didn't know it. And here's one that I didn't know how to introduce, but I do know. And it's an unusual Broken Token song, because when he comes back from sea, it's about a sailor rather than a soldier, this one. He comes back from sea, and he has got his half of the ring, and his woman, she got the other half of the ring, and they put them together and they don't fit. So he says, well, don't worry. And he puts his hands in his pockets, and he pulls out a handful of rings. He says, well, try one of these instead. And she gets one to fit, and she looks a bit strange at him after that. And she says, don't worry, I was only thinking of you. All I wanted to be sure of was that you could know that everybody that I slept with is as faithful as you are. So she wasn't that reassured by that for some reason. So he said, in the morning, we'll talk about our wedding day. So that cheered her up a bit, and up they went to bed and come down in the morning. And he said, well, I'd love to get married to you, but the ring's broken, isn't it? So she chucked him out. Well, that didn't worry him, see, because he had this pocket full of rings. So he had another 24 people to go off to go around and see. And then finally he goes through them one by one till he gets to the last one. So that's one of my songs that got a happy ending. which is really nice. I like a happy ending on a song because you don't get an awful lot of that in folklore. Mostly it's the rich ones and they behead people and if they haven't got any money and things like that and drown them and all sorts of things. So here we go. Now Jackie was a sailor who was lately come ashore, and with a smile upon his face, oh my goodness, I didn't know I was going to sing it like that. He knocked on Mary's door, that's more like it. She didn't recognize him until Jackie, he did say, here is the ring we broke into before I sailed away. Before I sailed away, before I sailed away, here is the ring we broke into before I sailed away. Ah, Mary cried, my dearest Jack, and when she tried to match 'em up, the pieces wouldn't fit. Jack put his arm around her and said, never fear, sweetheart, and from his trouser pockets drew 2 dozen broken parts, 2 dozen broken parts, 2 dozen broken parts, and from his trouser pockets drew 2 dozen broken parts. Now Mary, she was sore perplexed, so many rings to see. But Jackie cried, but Mary dear, my thoughts were all of thee. I only did what I have done, so you should know, sweetheart, that every maid I took to bed's as faithful as thou art, as faithful as thou art, as faithful as thou art, that every maid I've took to bed's as faithful as thou art. Tomorrow we shall talk about the day we're to be wed. So Mary smiled a trusting smile and took Jack off to bed. She asked about the wedding day as soon as they awoke. He said, I'd marry you tomorrow, but alas, the ring 'tis broke. Alas, the ring 'tis broke. Alas, the ring 'tis broke. I'd marry you tomorrow, but alas, the ring 'tis broke. Poor Mary cried, my dearest Jack, how could you treat me so? My parents will be angry when of this they come to know. I'm sure that they'll be angry. We played the game of halves, with me for being so crafty, and with you for being so daft, with you for being so daft, with you for being so daft, with me for being so crafty, and with you for being so daft. Then Mary cursed a wicked curse and took Jack by the hair. She dragged that sailor out of bed and flung him down the stairs. She bounced him through the kitchen and she bounced him out the door. So he bade adieu and set off to the other 24. The other 24. The other 24. So he bade adieu and set off to the other 24. Now Jackie was delighted by the deeds that he had done. He called on all the other maids and fooled them one by one. The same old trick he'd play on them, and the same old tale he'd tell. 2 9 Pollys, 5 more Marys, 7 Maggies and a Nell. 7 Maggies and a Nell. 7 Maggies and a Nell. 2 9 Pollys, 5 more Marys, 7 Maggies and a Nell. And so at last he did arrive at number 24. And 'twas with great excitement that he knocked on Nancy's door. When she came down to let him in, sweet Nancy, she did say, "Oh, welcome back, me darling Jack. You've been so long away. You've been so long away. You've been so long away. Oh, welcome back, me darling Jack. You've been so long away. Now all the time you've been away, my thoughts have been of thee. And here's the ring we broke into before you went to sea." He tried to match with Nancy's ring, but try as Jackie might, of all his 24 rings, not one of them proved right. Not one of them proved right. Not one of them proved right. Of all his 24 rings, not one of them proved right. And Nancy smiled a crafty smile to see poor Jackie's plight. She said, "Dear Jack, I'll find a way to make things turn out right. I'm sure we'll get the rings to fit as once they did before." And from her apron pocket she pulled out 3 dozen more. Pulled out 3 dozen more. She pulled out 3 dozen more. And from her apron pocket she pulled out 2 dozen more. Now when he saw that pile of rings, poor Jack, he was dismayed. Oh, full of admiration for the trick that she had played. "We'll sell these rings and buy but one, and wedded we shall be. For I never thought to meet a maid who's craftier than me. Who's craftier than me. Who's craftier than me. I never thought to meet a maid who's craftier than me." So then this couple went to church and there proclaimed their love. And the ring he slipped upon her hand, it fitted like a glove. As they walked out, hand in hand, sweet Nancy, she did laugh. "Be careful who you play with when you play the game of halves. You play the game of halves. You play the game of halves. For it isn't only sailors who can play the game of halves."
Oh. And voice worse. What a moral for the story there.
I thought I'd get in quick with the applause in case you got another verse in.
Oh, well, that's one of my short ones. Here's an even shorter one I was thinking of. I was going to sing about a song about childhood. And then I thought, well, no, there might be a pervert listening, so I'd better not sing about childhood. So I'd sing about the opposite. And so I'm going to sing one about adultery. And this is about the problems of having an illicit affair with a Morris dancer. Boy. La 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 la. Oh, oh, oh. Take your bells off, dearest Dickie, when you clamber into bed. You don't realise how loudly they can clang. So take your bells and baldricks off, or everyone will know that I had a ding-dong with a Morris man. You don't understand that Morris bells make such an awful din that we're bound to be found out before too long. You were making such a dreadful row last Sunday afternoon that the neighbours thought 'twas time for evensong. Take your bells off, dearest Dickie, when you clamber into bed. You don't realise how loudly they clang. So take your bells and baldricks off, or everyone will know that I had a ding-dong with a Morris man. Last Christmas tide you called on me, and me husband chanced to hear, and as you might expect, he kicked up hell. So I had to tell me husband 'twas the carol singers come, and the only tune they knew was Jingle Bells. So take your bells off, dearest Dickie, when you clamber into bed. You don't realise how loudly they clang. Take your bells and baldricks off, or everyone will know that I had a ding-dong with a Morris man. As I strolled out in the countryside, I heard a ding-a-ling. Oh, my God, cried I, poor girl I am displayed. Oh, you betrayed. He's found another woman. Then I saw a blue light flash, and I realised it was just the fire brigade. Oh, take your bells off, dearest Dickie, when you clamber into bed. You don't realise how loudly they clang. So take your bells and baldricks off, or everyone will know that I had a ding-dong with a Morris man. You embarrassed me last Wednesday, for it seemed that half the town heard your bells as they rang out so loud and clear. The telephone exchange assumed there must have been a fault, and next morning they sent round an engineer. I take your bells off, dearest Dickie, when you clamber into bed. You don't realise how loudly they clang. So take your bells and baldricks off, or everyone will know that I had a ding-dong with a Morris man.
Oh, a perfectly balanced song, if I may say. Even mentioned telephone engineers. A little local connection there, you see.
Yes, absolutely so. And I certainly thought of you when I was...
It's been a long time.
Yes. Also, so many things no longer seem to have bells on them. Telephones don't, and fire engines don't.
They don't even have connecting cords on them nowadays. I don't know what that's about.
Right. And strangely, the oldest one of the lot, the Morris man, he's still got them on.
Now, who wrote that one, Gaffer? Are you prepared to admit who wrote that one?
Well, I might confess to being the librettist.
Ah, well, you see. Yeah, that's grand. Lovely story.
It's pitched by some people in the Northeast, I believe, for a musical song. And before that, I think it's called Nellie Gray. But
yeah.
It's got a few names.
Lovely.
I'm pruning me licorice here. I was going to get a pruning fork, but I thought that's more sort of Alan's line of...
How dare you? It was 50 years ago. Just mentioned...
I'm moving on. I've had enough.
Oh, yeah. Go on.
Because in my head, I've got this vision of Adrian West getting into bed to give his missus with his bells and his hankies, but I can't get it out of my head. Right, moving up to the northeast of England, hoping we have some decent sound, because we're constantly plagued by poor sound, poor internet, whatever. We've got Lisa and Steve up in Hexham. Is it Hexham? Gateshead. Gateshead.
Right. Hear us now?
Yeah.
So John wants me to try and sing without the microphone, so I'll just try and sing now. He mentioned that it was St Andrew's Day coming up. I didn't know that. So I've changed the song and I'm doing a complete Scottish one. And Steve's already got Steve's already got a Scottish one lined up, so we found it there. So this is one that Alan didn't like me to do because somebody did it as a poem a few weeks ago, and I said, look, I know that song with the chorus, and Alan said, it's rubbish with the chorus. And nevertheless, I'm just going to do it. Let's go. In Invergarden by the sea, built a new distillery, and all the gals were on a spree that lived in Invergarden. The mash that's rolling down the hill, they gobbled up with right goodwill, and all the gals with all the chill that lived in Invergarden. Daddy-ma-do, daddy-ma-day, daddy-ma-do, daddy-o, daddy-ma-do, daddy-ma-day, the girls from Invergarden. A Glasgow gal came from the scum to Invergarden to reside, and got himself half stupefied with a girl from Invergarden. Then he found to his surprise that he could hardly fit to rise, and all the gals are stupefied with the girls of Invergarden. Daddy-ma-do, daddy-ma-day, daddy-ma-do, daddy-o, daddy-ma-do, daddy-ma-day, the girls from Invergarden. When we die, some people say, we come back in another shape. Well, how I'd like to come and stay with the girls of Invergarden. Daddy-ma-do, daddy-ma-day, reincarnation would be gay. A kind of correctual hogmanay with the girls of Invergarden. Daddy-ma-do, daddy-ma-day, daddy-ma-do, daddy-o, daddy-ma-do, daddy-ma-day, the girls from Invergarden. That's Scottish enough for you? It's your turn, Dave.
Irene, are you available to translate a little? Because I got a couple of the words in there, and it's divided by a common language, I think they say.
Understand this one, all right?
This one's quite understandable.
Johnny is a handsome laddie, although he is John Martin's caddy. Someday I'll be a captain's lady when Johnny turns his bow to thee.
Martin's drum, take out the money. Every time, don't forget
There we are. Yeah, battling with the sound gremlins again. Delightful, though.
I think ditch the microphone is the answer. Have a listen tomorrow and see what you think.
Mm.
Right, where's my list? Okay. Yeah.
The thing is, it changes later on in the evening.
Ah. Who have we got now, John? Where are we going now?
I will recap for everybody now.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
We have got Mike Hawkins.
Oh, his loins are girded.
Right, and then we have Mike Davis. Then we have Malcolm. Then Gwyn. And then is Jeff Durno back with us?
He's on a T something. Oh, he's gone again. He was on a phone, I think. He came back in.
I think it'll probably just be Jeff's video then. It's looking a bit unstable.
Mm-hmm.
A bit like other people. And then Brian, Dave Heitch, and you. And we'll see what time that gets us to.
We will, yeah. Now, I noticed Mike Davis has company there. Are we expecting a duet this evening, Mike? And if not, why not? Of course, it's the question.
There will be a mystery voice. Yes.
Lovely. Grand to hear. Thank you very much. I'm shy, Mary Ellen. I'm shy. Oh, I'm not.
Right, come on, Mike H.
Hiya. This first song is called various titles. There is a ship, or The Water is Wide. It's been sung by
Waly Waly, it's also known as.
Yeah, lots and lots of people. But it's a lovely song. There is a ship, and she sails the sea. She's loaded deep, as deep can be, but not as deep as the love I'm in. I know not if I sink or swim. I lean my back against an oak. I thought it was a trusty tree, but first it bent and then it broke, just as my love proved false to me. Oh, love is gentle and love is kind, like the sweetest flower when first is new. But love grows old and waxes cold, and fades away like morning dew. The water is wide, I cannot get o'er, neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two, and we shall row, my love and I. There is a ship, and she sails the sea. She's loaded deep, as deep can be, but not as deep as the love I'm in. I know not if I sink or swim. I know not if I sink or swim.
I think you had about half a dozen people accompanying you there, mate.
Yeah, it was nice to see.
Didn't
Very
hear a
nice,
thing.
Michael.
Didn't hear a thing. Right. This
Who did
second
you
song
pinch
is
that one from?
Pardon?
Who did you pinch that one from?
Everybody. Everybody.
Well, we all pinch them.
I think
don't we?
everyone's done it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a lovely song, though.
It is.
This second one is a Stan Rogers song, "Rolling Down to Old Maui." It's about whalers, and well, when they'd finished their stint in the Arctic waters, they'd go down to Hawaii for a bit of rest and recuperation and a bit of how's your father. But rolling down to old Maui. It's a damned hard life full of toil and strife we whaler men undergo, and we don't give a damn when the gales are done how hard the wind did blow. For we're homeward bound from the Arctic ground with a good ship taut and free, and we won't give a damn when we drink our rum with the girls of old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, my boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. Once more we sail with a northerly gale through the ice and wind and rain. Those coconut fronds, those tropical shores, we'll soon see them again. 6 hellish months have passed and gone in the cold Kamchatka Sea. Now we're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, my boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. Once more we sail with a northerly gale towards our island home. Our whaling's done, our mainsail's sprung, and we ain't got far to roam. Our stunsail boom's been carried away, what care we for that sound? A living gale is after us. Thank God we're homeward bound. Rolling down to old Maui, my boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. How soft the breeze through the island trees, now the ice is far astern. Those native maids, those tropical glades, are awaiting our return. Even now their big brown eyes look out, hoping some fine day to see our baggy sails running for the gales, rolling down to old Maui, rolling down to old Maui, my boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui.
Oh.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now that sounds traditional, whatever that means.
It's Stan Rogers, so it's a
well,
modern traditional.
Yeah, he's gone. He's long gone. So,
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
I suppose that helps his
He
case.
won't be writing many more now, but
No. To be treasured, I think.
yeah, he wrote some good ones.
Yeah.
Right, we have got the other Mike now, and he's in heavy rock mode with his guitar slung round down his groin somewhere there, and he's got his daughter with him.
His mole. I think it's his mole.
You leave my groin out of this.
Yeah, you are rightly said.
Don't get too rough on him, Johnny. He'll break your wrists too.
I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, I'm going to be helped on this one by my real wife, Helen. I say real wife because Irene, who you heard earlier, I've been singing with for more years than I can remember. And various people in audiences used to say, "Oh, I assume that's your wife." So it became a sort of standing joke. I have a wife and a real wife. Anyway, this is nothing to do with that. This is a song about pirates. And I assume that being on the coast, you are very familiar with pirates in Rhyl.
Arr, arr.
Being a pirate is all fun and games till somebody loses an ear. It drips down your neck and then falls on the deck till someone shouts, "Oi, what's this here?" You can't wear your glasses, you can't pull the lasses, and folks have to shout so you'll hear. Being a pirate is all fun and games till somebody loses an ear. It's all part of being a pirate.
A pirate.
You can't be a pirate with all of your parts. It's all part of being a pirate.
A pirate.
You can't be a pirate with all of your parts. Being a pirate is all fun and games till somebody loses an eye. It stings like the blazes, it makes you make faces, you can't let your mate see you cry. A dashing black patch will cover the hatch and make sure your socket is dry. Being a pirate is all fun and games till somebody loses an eye. Being a pirate is all fun and games till somebody loses a hand. It squirts and it spurts and it jolly well hurts, pain only a pirate could stand. Its fashionable look is a nice metal hook, but then you can't play in the band. Being a pirate is all fun and games till somebody loses a hand. It's all part of being a pirate.
A pirate.
You can't be a pirate with all of your parts. It's all part of being a pirate.
A pirate.
You can't be a pirate with all of your parts. Being a pirate is all fun and games till somebody loses a leg. It hurts like the dickens, your pace never quickens, hopping around on a peg. Ask your sweetheart to marry, but too long you've tarried, 'cause now you can't kneel down and beg. Being a pirate is all fun and games till somebody loses a leg. Being a pirate is all fun and games till somebody loses a what's it. Though you didn't choose it, you don't want to lose it, you're hoping that somebody spots it. Then the doc comes along and he sews it back on, or he ties it as tight, then he knots it. Being a pirate is all fun and games till somebody loses a what's it. It's all part of being a pirate. Can't be a pirate with all of your parts. It's all part of being a pirate. You can't be a pirate with all of your parts. Being a pirate.
We do have the Cornish king of the pirates with us this evening, and he may just identify himself.
I am Captain Fantastic, the biggest liar what never sailed the seven seas, and I were the mock mayor of Penzance in the year 2012.
Whoa!
Thank you kindly.
Very short pants then, were you?
It was lovely watching people joining. A pirate, a pirate. A lot of animated movement there, grand.
Okay, well now for something completely different, although it's not terribly serious. Does anyone remember the singing postman, Alan Smethurst?
Yes.
Molly Winley, she smokes like a chimney, but she's my little nicotine gal.
And that's exactly what you're going to get.
Oh,
Alan Smithhurst.
You're spitting there.
I had a gal, a nice gal, down in Roxham Way. She were very nice to me in the old school days. She would smile all the while, but Daddy didn't know all what she used to say to me behind the garden wall. Have you got a light, boy? Have you got a light? Molly Winley, she smokes like a chimney, and she's my little nicotine gal. Then one day she went away, I don't see her no more, till by chance I see her down along the Munsley shore. She was there, twice as fair, would she now be true? So when she sees me passing by, she says, I'm glad that's you. Have you got a light, boy? Have you got a light? Molly Winley, she smokes like a chimney, but she's my little nicotine gal. Now you'll see her and me never more to part. We would wander hand in hand together in the dark. Then one night I held her tight in the old backyard, but when I tried to hold her close, she said, now hold you hard. Have you got a light, boy? Have you got a light? Molly Winley, she smoked like a chimney, but she's my little nicotine gal. By and by we did decide on the wedding day, so we toddle off to church to hear the preacher say, do you now take this vow to honour all the time? Before I had the chance to stop her, she began to pine. Have you got a light, boy? Have you got a light? Molly Winley, she smoked like a chimney, but she's my little nicotine gal. Now the doctor told me a daddy I will be, but when I asked him what's the score, he said there's only 3. So here I go, cheerio, to see how she do fare. I know what she will say to me as soon as I get there. Have you got a light, boy? Have you got a light? Molly Winley, she smokes like a chimney, but she's my little nicotine girl. Yes, Molly Winley, she smokes like a chimney, and she's my little nicotine girl. Thank you very much.
Oh, a modern day classic. He was a real postman, wasn't he?
He was,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. And he was very sad because he finished up, he died in a Salvation Army hostel in the year 2000. That's very sad.
Oh, dear. Was it a cremation? Just wondered.
Bad taste, gag.
Oh,
right, we
dear.
better move on.
Just came out.
Thank you ever so much, Mike,
Excellent.
and your daughter. Right, we've got Malcolm.
We have. He's unmuted. He's girded.
Yeah,
I'm
his
almost
loins
ready.
are ready, and off he goes.
Is it two tunes that you would like me to play, or what? How do you? Is that what you normally
Yeah.
do? It seems to be what's happening tonight.
Yeah, 2 tunes, 2 sort of
Songs,
whatever. Give
Yeah,
us.
I
Sort
don't
of,
do songs. You really wouldn't want to hear me singing, even though I'm Welsh.
2 bits.
all
Then.
Welshmen can
2
sing.
bits.
Anyway, this is a song by Amanda McBroom. This wrote it. It's Bette Midler, The Rose.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I guess you've played that before then, Malcolm, haven't you?
I have a bit.
This wasn't your first time this evening, was it?
When it was this evening.
It was lovely watching Glenys conducting you, actually. I don't know whether Glenys can hear me. Her arms were all over. I think she was on the phone, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's nothing to do with me. Private business.
Your weather's a bit better than ours down there, Malcolm. Looks a nice day.
Say that again.
Your weather's a bit better down there. It looks a nice day.
Yeah. Yeah, more the blue background.
Did you say what part of Australia? Where are you from, Malcolm?
Worcester.
Worcester, oh, you did say, and I've forgotten already. You'll probably tell me again in the second half. Saint Anthony, he's my favourite saint nowadays.
Yeah.
I put things down and forget them.
Carl's just come in.
He has.
Yeah.
Now then, he'll give us a thumbs up if he wants to do a song.
Well, we'll get back to it. Well, let's stick with Malcolm because I'm enjoying it.
Of course, yes, of course. Zip, 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 zip.
Okay, what's this? I can't remember. Oh, this is a slang polska. It's a Swedish polka.
Smashing.
If there's one thing that's worse than my singing, it's dancing.
That was smashing.
I thought you did well, John.
I'd like to hear Brian call to that one. It was like 12 bar sections, wasn't it? Rather than 8s or 16s. It's a grand thing they do up there. From Sweden. Sweden. We're in the Muppet boxes, aren't we?
Right. Have you got Gwyn's video lined up, Alan?
I am completely and utterly prepared, John. Just give me... Do you want me to go with it? I'll mute myself first.
That's next, so...
It's next now, you mean next now? It's now.
Like, now.
Right,
Yes.
I'll mute myself first.
Arse into gear.
This week's offering is by William Crewis Williams. Crewis, one of the great poets. He was crowned in the National Eisteddfod in 1910, 1911 and 1919 and went on to become Archdruid. His work is extremely popular by people who set competitions for Eisteddfodau. Dysgu Bedail is one of the favourite ones, and a Border Bach is another favourite one. And this one, which we're offering this week, Melin Trevin, the mill at Trevin. Trevin, of course, is the name of a place. Melin is a corn mill. And it has very similar sentiments to a song that Mike Hawkins sings, Aragon Mill, Sai Khan's song about the passing of time and industry in many ways. Melin Trevin, gan Crwys. Nid yw'r felin henon malu yn Rhefin ymyn y môr. Trodd y merlin olaf adref dan ei bwn o drothwyr ddôr. Ac mae'r rhod fi gynt yn rhygnu ac yn chwyrnu drwy y fro, pan farw'r hen felinydd wedi rhoi ei holaf dro. Rhed y ffrwd garedig eto gyda thalcen noeth y tŷ, ond ddaw neb i'r fal a'i farlus, a'r hen olwyn fawr nithru. Lle doi gwenith, gwyn llanhiriain, derfyn haf yn llwythi cras ni cher mwy, ond tres o wymon, gydag ambell frwynen las. Segur faen sy'n gwylio'r fangre. Yn y curlaw mawr ar gwynt, dil y thyren carreg coffa. O'r amseroedd difyrgynt. Ond oes yma neb yn malu. Namyn amser swrth a'i hun. Wrth i'n chwalu ac yn malu. Malu'r felin yn Rhefin.
Johnny.
Well done, that man.
Yeah. Funnily enough, we were driving right past Trevin just 2 days ago when we took a holiday in Ceredigion and Pembrokeshire.
Pembrokeshire, yeah.
Yes.
And was the mill? No, the mill wasn't turning, was it?
The mill was not turning, no.
I hope non-Welsh speakers could manage to follow the English translation there. It goes quite quickly sometimes, and we're looking for missionaries like Terry in Essex to spread the word that the Welsh language is alive and well. Thanks to people like T. Gwyn, that was wonderful. Oh, you need to unmute now, T. Gwyn.
Go on, Gwyn.
There we are. The thing about the isolation period is that your mind drifts, and I go back to that schoolroom in Prion Friday afternoons with J.R. Hughes, where we'd have a whole afternoon of poetry. Absolutely fabulous stuff, and these things stay with you and they carry in your mind and you live with them. Now this is, I've done this one before, it's a short one, so we're pushed for time. It's for Andrew, it always is for Andrew. It's a Joe Ely song. Well, Joe Ely sings it. I think it's a Butch Hancock song. Emmylou Harris had made a big hit out of it. And it's called If You Were a Bluebird. So we'll have a go at this. If you were a bluebird you'd be a sad one. I'd give you a true word, but you've already had one. If you were a bluebird, you'd be crying, you'd be flying home. If you were a raindrop, you'd shine like a rainbow. If you were a train stop, the conductor would sing low. If you were a raindrop, you'd be falling, you'd be calling home. If you were a hotel, you'd be a grand one. If you hit a slow spell, do you think you could stand one? If you were a hotel, I'd lean on your doorbell, I'd call you my home. If I was a highway, I'd stretch alongside you, help you pass byways that has dissatisfied you. If I was a highway, I'd be stretching, I'd be fetching you home. If you were a bluebird, you'd be a sad one. Give you a true word, but you've already had one. If you were a bluebird, you'd be flying, you'd be flying home. You'd be crying, you'd be flying home.
If I were a bluebird, I'd whistle and sing. I've got a small glass this evening to slow me down, and I've got one of these aerator filter things. It's very effective at limiting my intake. Excellent.
Well, it stops you necking it from the bottle, doesn't it?
Quite right, yeah. If I hold that close up, you can see it's a Rioja, can't you? Wow, lovely.
Right, let's look at my list. Okay, while you are still sober, we've got Jeff Durno's video next, I think.
We can go with that anytime you want. Do you want that now?
In 30 seconds.
Oh.
Because Jeff has disappeared. I think his internet is just crap. So, and then after that, we've got Brian, Dave Heitch, and you.
Ooh.
And I reckon that will give us about...
Carl.
No, Carl's been shopping.
Okay.
Carl's not got anything.
He's been shopping?
Yeah, what have you bought? Have you bought me anything?
A mask. I hope he's bought a mask.
You miserable git. Right. I've lost my thread now. So after we've been through the once, it would be really nice if we could hear from some of our visitors, mainly Terry, Irene, Mike.
Our newbies.
And Malcolm. Can we manage that? Yeah. Irene, give us a thumbs up, yeah?
They're putting the old thumbs up.
Malcolm, thumbs up. Mike, yeah. Okay, I'm sorted. I can relax. I can have a drink. My work is done here.
So
Okay,
we'll go for Jeff, will we?
Let's see what Jeff's got on his video.
You know which
which one I'm going to do, don't you?
I have here fast ripple.
You have great. Oh. No.
Deep in the pockets of an old sports coat jacket, I chanced to discover an old memory. 3 for a quarter, a black and white portrait taken of Jennifer Johnson and me. Well, I'm in the corner with my shirt collar open, like some Latin lover on late night TV. Smiling right there with a head on my shoulder, Jennifer Johnson, she's smiling at me. Well, it must have been summer 1967. The Beatles were singing, "Love is all that you need." I held her hand as we walked through the arcade, 2 young believers on a $3 spree. 3 for a quarter, a black and white portrait. Jen closed the curtains so as no one could see. Hey, kiss me quick, 'cause the red light is flashing, flashing for Jennifer Johnson and me. And waiting for that late night train back to homeward, I felt her warm in the cool evening breeze. Told her then how I'd love her forever, forever, for Jennifer Johnson and me. 3 for a quarter, a black and white portrait, 2 young believers on a $3 spree. I saved the picture in my sports coat pocket. Jennifer Johnson, did you save one of me? 3 for a quarter, a black and white portrait. Jane closed the curtains so no one could see. I saved the picture in my sports coat pocket. Jennifer Johnson, did you save one of me?
Well done, Annie. There we are.
It was
He's with us
playing
in
his Loudon
spirit.
tonight. That bloke's got so many guitars. He just plays his Loudon sort of, might play it every couple of months, you know.
Keep it in trim, keep it in trim.
Yeah,
What's
it-
that plastic one he's got? I like the sound of that one, that carbon fibre thing. I don't
Yeah,
like
but-
the idea, but I like the sound.
Don't tell him because we like to take the piss out of it.
Oh, well, you can
mean-
speak for yourself, John. Oh.
Well, for those of you who haven't seen it, it looks like it's made of corrugated cardboard. It's sort of a black and grey stripy thing made out of carbon fibre.
Got a fabulous sound.
Lovely sound, and Jeff has such a lovely, precise.
Oh, Mr. Precision, yeah, we've heard that before, yeah. Every finger pick in its place. Oh, yes. I hope he's watching the video.
Right, who have we got now? Well, we're going down to, I'm losing track of everybody, Brian, Eastbourne, aren't you, Brian?
That's correct, yes, in Sussex.
We are a cosmopolitan bunch, aren't we? We're missing Natasha from Moscow and Storm from Massachusetts this evening. But otherwise, I mean, we've got Essex, we've got... Who's furthest north? Oh, Gateshead, Lisa and Stephen, furthest north, yeah. Furthest south. Eastbourne?
Don't forget Surrey.
Oh, oh, yeah.
Ian and Kate from North Lincolnshire.
Oh, God, I missed Ian and Kate. Oh, they're not there. They've gone. They've got fed up. Oh, no, he's back. Hello, Ian.
All right, thank you. Very good.
I know
Where are they from? Where are you from, Ian and Kate?
North Lincolnshire.
Oh, that's east, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Are you near the Wash?
A bit higher. Higher.
Oh,
are you near the Wash?
Humber. Near the Humber.
Oh, aye,
South of
right.
home.
We usually see, I usually see Ian and Kate at Dragon's Breath on a Tuesday night.
What's it?
Sit there and patiently put up with us.
Yeah.
Through Zoom, through this period, folk clubs, lots of folk clubs have become, I won't say cosmopolitan, maybe we've become less parochial.
International, I would say.
Yeah, it's crazy. So what we need is a pledge from everybody on this call that when we reopen face-to-face at Tynewydd Community Centre in Rill, you'll all bloody well turn up there.
I've got a couple of spare rooms. We can fit a couple in. I have a couple of rooms up here. So that's two of you sorted. Right. Okay, what's Brian got tonight?
Right, this is a song written in memory of Luke Kelly, who was a founding member of the Irish group The Dubliners, who died at the age of 43 in 1984. And the song's called The Dublin Minstrel. From Dublin streets and roads and down the years came great musicians and balladeers. There was a special one, a red-haired minstrel boy, and when he passed away, a city mourned its favourite son. All around the markets and down the quays, the sad news it spread to the liberties. The minstrel boy is gone, he'll sing no more, and Luke somehow, you know, will never see your likes again. He liked to laugh and sing, he loved a jar, and his songs rang out in many city bars. I walk by the old canal, near which he used to live. Down Raglan Road I'm sad, as he's so much left to give. All around the markets and down the quays, the sad news is spread to the liberties. The minstrel boy is gone, he'll sing no more, and Luke somehow, you know, will never see your likes again. The show is over, the curtain's down, a flame no longer burns in Dublin town, while the Liffey flows beneath the Halfpenny Bridge. You'll be remembered, Luke, for all your songs and all you did. All around the markets and down the quays, the sad news it spread to the liberties. the minstrel boy is gone. He'll sing no more, and Luke somehow, you know, will never see your likes again. We'll never see your likes again. The Dublin Minstrel.
Ah, big finish, big finish.
Slow finishing. Anyway, my next song is, if I can find it, which I can't. This is a tender love song about a man in love with his wife, and the song is called 6'7" Woman. Come, let me introduce you to the woman who's my wife. Of all my great possessions, she's the biggest in my life. There's not a chance I'd lose her, she's so easy to be found. She's 6'7" and she weighs 300 pounds. Oh, she's 6'7", now let's sing it once again. She's got the kind of figure that mostly meant for men. You may talk of Texas giants who are brawny, big and tall, but this 6'7" woman, she make midgets of them all. Now when I started courting her, her figure was a quart. I put my arms around her, but my arms they were too short. To take her to the pictures, sure, I never had the dough to pay for all the seats she'd filled down in the bottom row. Oh, she's 6'7" now, let's sing it once again. She's got the kind of figure that was mostly meant for men. You may talk of Texas giants who are brawny, big and tall, but this 6'7" woman, she makes midgets of them all. To fit her with the costume makes the tailor take great pains. They have to take her measurements with lengths of fishing chain. It takes a room of cloth to make a top of any taste, and half an acre more to cover all below her waist. Oh, she's 6'7" now, let's sing it once again. She's got the kind of figure that was mostly meant for men. You may talk of Texas giants who are brawny, big and tall, but this 6'7" woman, she makes midgets of them all. The morning we got married, I can still remember well. We went to have the wedding breakfast in the big hotel. To fit her through the doorway, sure, I knew it was too small. She ate so much for to get her out, we had to knock down the wall. Oh, she's 6'7" now, let's sing it once more. She's got the kind of figure that was mostly meant for men. You may talk of Texas giants who are brawny, big and tall, but this 6'7" woman, she make midgets of them all. She says our house is much too small, she can't expand her chest. She's rather like a cuckoo in a little sparrow's nest. If every woman grew that size, I'm going to tell you boys, you might knock all the houses down and build them twice the size. For she's 6'7" now, let's sing it once again. She's got the kind of figure that was mostly meant for men. You may talk of Texas giants who are brawny, big and tall, but this 6'7" woman, she'd make midgets of them all. A tender love story.
Brian, I just wondered if you've ever heard the phrase political correctness. I just imagine you singing that in a club live and a woman about 7 foot tall walks through the door and you just have to stop because you know she'll beat the shit out of you if you carry on.
Fortunately, there's not too many 6'7" women around.
Oh, you haven't been up to Will, have you?
Be less worried about the midgets being upset, wouldn't he?
Terrible.
Right.
Next, who follows that?
I've lost my thread now. It's the deep tones of Mr. David Heitch. Oh, he's unmuted. He's ready. He's away. He's.
I'm still here in part, though not for long, I fear. I've got a very early start tomorrow, so anyway, I'll try these for you. She said, "Come in, stranger, it's good to have you home." I hurried through 'cause I knew it was you, and I saw your dog wagging his tail. "Honey, why didn't you let me know by mail? You've been gone so long." She said, "Come in, stranger, bet you're weary from all the miles. Won't you sit right there in your easy chair and tell me about the places you've been? How long it'll be before you leave again? I hope it's a long, long while." She said, "Come in, stranger, it's good to have you home." She said, "Come in, stranger, how I miss you while you're gone. I watch the floor, I walk the floor, and then I lie awake and wonder where you could be. How long it'll be before you're back with me? I get so lonesome all alone." She said, "Come in, stranger, won't you listen to my pleas? Stay long enough so what the man I love is not a stranger to me."
Just an observation, David. Have you had a lockout trim of the beard? Because in the competitive environment in which you find yourself, I think David's rapidly catching up with you. You see?
Is he? Right.
Yeah. We've never seen your neck before. We've never seen.
Well,
We've
I've
never
got my
seen
head all
David's
upside down.
Ah.
No, I've had the rest of my hair cut, but my beard's still going, such as it is. But well, not quite in Gaffers League, I'm afraid. But there we go. Right, I've got one more quick one for you. Forgive me my unsettled ways. Don't linger in time or finger what's mine. Don't make me do what you wouldn't do yourself. Forgive me the bad things I do. Don't ask me to change or exchange what I am for something else. You know that wouldn't do. If time gets too heavy and you can no longer bear it, and you need someone to share it, tell me, gal, I'll try to make amends. Forgive me the ways of my heart. Don't try to pretend or lend me your love. Don't ask of me what you wouldn't ask yourself. If time gets too heavy and you can no longer bear it, you need someone to share it, tell me, gal, I'll try to make amends. Forgive me the ways of my heart. Don't try to pretend or lend me your love. Don't ask of me what you wouldn't ask yourself. Don't ask of me what you wouldn't ask yourself.
Yep.
In future, Dave, if you've got an early start, just message me on the chat and
All right.
I'll move you up. No problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
Those early mornings that gives him all those basso profundo bass notes, I think. You were singing notes, David, that don't exist down there.
Indeed, yes. Yes.
Whoa. I was trying to get an octave above you and I couldn't reach the bloody notes.
I found myself 2 octaves below you last week. Yeah.
Right, come on, Alan. You've been very patient. You've sat there all night, and you've been...
I've sat here all night with my fizzy water, Dŵr Pigog, and a little bit of Rioja, which there's half a bottle left. I'm thrilled to say. Before I start, I should say Yechida Baub. Lovely. I have a Ralph McTell song.
Does he know? Have you told him?
It'll do. It's called. A lot of people think it's an Irish traditional song, but it's from Clare to here. It's quite a long way, really. So here we go. And there's 4 who share this room, and we work hard for the crack. Sleep late on Sundays, I never get to Mass. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way, it gets further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Now when Friday comes around, Michael's always into fighting. Me ma would like a letter home, but I'm too tired for writing. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Come on. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way, it gets further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Now it almost breaks my heart when I think of Josephine. Said that I'd be coming home with pockets full of green. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way, it gets further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. And the only time I feel alright is when I'm into drinking. Kind of eases the pain a bit and levels up my thinking. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way, it gets further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. And I thought I heard a fiddle play, or was it just a notion? Dream dreamed I saw white horses dancing on that other ocean. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way. It gets further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Well done, Annie.
You were clipping a wee bit there. Turn it
Was
down.
I clipping? Ah, right. I'll turn it down because this.
Clipping a
Oh,
little
was
bit.
I?
Turn it down,
You know, I
Smith.
keep turning this thing down.
Yeah, but you get
Anyway.
gobbier when you go.
I
for
do.
your-
I do. It's the Rioja being gobby, not me. I'll just quickly detune this. Guitar aficionados will know exactly what I've just done. I haven't a clue, but there we are. That's close enough, close enough. I've got something new to try. I'm going to share the words because there's a Welsh song. Mae hen bryd I mi canu rhywbeth yn y Gymraeg ac dyma gan Gwyneth Glyn. Gwyneth Glyn, it's a nostalgia song, a hiraeth song. It's a song about a place, and the place is home. Do you remember The Wizard of Oz? And there's no place like home, there's no place like home. Well, this is the Welsh equivalent, I think, and I'll just share that now, and then I'll do the song. It's got 3 notes in it, John, as you recall. Can you see that? Is there anybody that? Yeah, good,
Yeah,
right. Thank you very much.
It's a little bit fuzzy, but it could be because I've had a couple of glasses.
Well, the English, I'll give you a clue. The English words are on the right. But if you do feel like joining in the chorus, I suggest you use the Welsh words. On blue. It's called Adra, which means home. There is a town in North Ontario. Medda Neil Young and Akan, Sweet Home Alabama. Medda Skinner round the town. Ring min olive line I've festin young. Meddar hen tebot pews. Take me home, country roads. Meddar denfon bedir use. Does man and debyg I adra. Medda nhw wrth y fi. Does man yn debyg I adra. Ond mae adra'n debyg iawn I chdi. Dwn I ddim I ledwyn mynd. Dwn I ddim lle dwi di bod. Sgan i'm syniad lle dwi rwan hyn. A dyw a wir lle dwi bod. Dwi di cysgu gan ser yn y Sahara, ac aros am rhaid drwy nos yn Prag. Dwi di dansio ar y fynydd efo ffrindiau newydd, a deffro ar y cywiran yn wag. Does dim man yn debyg i adra. Medda nhw wrth y fi, does dim man yn debyg i adra na, ond mae adra yn debyg iawn i chdi. Fy ngynhefyn yw fy nefoedd, a brodd fy mebyd yw fy myd. Dwi'n nabod fam ac ystal a fi fy hun, felly pam dwi ar goll o hyn. Sgynim map a sgynim arwydd, sgynim rough guide ar y daid. Dwi'n caib y llygaid ag agor fy enau, a dilyn lond y lais. Dwi'n caib y llygaid ag agor fy enau, a dilyn lond y lais. Come on! Does dim man yn debyg i adra. Medda nhw wrth y fi, does dim man yn debyg i adra na, ond mae adra'n debyg iawn i chdi. Does dim man yn debyg i adra na, ond mae adra'n debyg iawn i chdi.
Too many notes, too
Wait, did you get the words? Did you get the words?
Yeah, we got the worms.
Was it worth the 4.5 hours it took me to put that together?
My eyes went funny trying to look at them.
It was a bit small, wasn't it? Yeah. There
Well,
we
they
are.
were very clear, then they went very blurred.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I blame the internet bogies. That's
Spoiled
what
them, Alan. They were fine until your face appeared, and then
My
they
face appeared?
Yes, you in your moving picture stole all the finesse from print. That's what happened, I think, because as soon as you appeared in your little window, it was like reading through a telescope which had insects.
It must be me then. It must be me. Right? I'll never ever. I promise I'll never ever do that again.
No,
Not
you should.
Not the song. The thing about sharing the words.
No, you should. It was very good until it went blurred.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you very much. Thank you, Carl. At least there's one gentleman on the bloody.
No, crawler. Brown nose. Right, okay, pay attention. We are going to finish the evening with Irene, and then Terry, and then Malcolm, and then Mike. Okay?
Okay.
Is that all right with everybody? Very good.
I've got Mike's backing for this on the backing track as well. It's called, I don't know whether anybody's heard of it before, it's called The Last Trip Home.
Oh, Mike Hawkins does this.
Does he?
Oh, he stole that from somebody. You steal it from him, please.
All right. Well,
Steal a Mike Hawkins song. Lovely.
How dare you? Throw it out.
It's a lovely song. Is it an Anna Shannon song?
I've just got, I wish somebody could tell me, I've got the Luckenbooth Battlefield Band.
Blank looks.
I
think
don't know. We're not sure.
I think it was Anna Shannon wrote it. Can you nod, Mike? Instead of just stuffing your face, no, he's shaking his head. He's got his gob full of crisps or something. But anyway, I'll let you get on with it, Irene.
Okay, thanks a lot.
I think it was the Battlefield Band, yeah.
Have I worked on farms and frae the start? The muckle horses won my heart. With big broad backs they proudly stand, the uncrowned kings of all the lands. And yet for all their power and strength, they're as gentle as a summer's wind. So steady, boys, walk on, our work is nearly done. Ne'er we'll till or plough the fields, the horses' day is gone. And this will be our last trip home, so steady, boys, walk on. Now you'll hear men sing their songs of praise of Arab stallions in a race, or hunters that fly with the hounds to chase the fox and run him down. But none of them compare, I vow, to a working pair that boos the plough. So steady, boys, walk on, our work is nearly done. Ne'er we'll till or plough the fields, the horses' day is gone. And this will be our last trip home, so steady, boys, walk on. And all the years I've plied my trade, all the fields we've ploughed and laid, I never thought I'd see the time when a Clydesdale's work would ever end. But progress runs its driven course, and tractors have replaced the horse. So steady, boys, walk on, our work is nearly done. Ne'er we'll till or plough the fields, the horses' day is gone. And this will be our last trip home, so steady, boys, walk on. As we head back, our friends have lined the road to be there one last time. For none of them would want to miss the chance to see us pass like this. They'll say they saw in years to come the muckle horses' last trip home. So steady, boys, walk on, our work is nearly done. Ne'er we'll till or plough the fields, the horses' day is gone, and this will be our last trip home. So steady, boys, walk on. So steady, boys, walk on. So steady, boys, walk on.
Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Never heard it like that before, have we, John?
It's so much nicer.
Thank you
that
very much.
accent.
Oh, lovely.
There's a woman sitting next to me here said, it's nice to, well, I won't do her accent, but she said, the drift is, it's nice to hear an East Coast accent. Not as nice as the Doric, she says, but near.
Thank you very much.
Right. We've got Terry. Oh, I did enjoy Terry first half. I think everybody did.
Thank you.
I bet he'd be shit now just to level
He
things.
will.
He'd be shit
I will. I can do that. Right, I won't try and follow that one with a nice plaintive song. So I'll do just an old blues song to finish off for me. And thanks ever so much for welcoming me to your group. It's been lovely Friday evening, really.
Come again, Terry.
I will. Thank you. This is an old blues thing, anyway. Well, now champagne don't drive me crazy, cocaine don't make me lazy, but it ain't nobody's business what I do. Well, candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker. You can drink all the liquor down in Costa Rica, but it ain't nobody's business what I do. I might go to church on Sunday, even go to work on Monday. Ain't nobody's business what I do. Well, you can do what you want, and you can do it when you want to. It don't matter to me what you do, cause it ain't nobody's business what I do. Well, now some of these gals, the real fine gals, that go stepping downtown just to hang around, so the fellas can say, ooh, and ain't she sweet, and champagne don't drive me crazy, cocaine don't make me lazy, but it ain't nobody's business what I do. Some of these gals, real fine gals, go stepping downtown just to hang around, so the fellas can say, well, ain't she sweet, and you got a girl that you love on Sunday, go out and get another on Monday. Ain't nobody's business what I do. Well, now sticks and stones gonna break my bones. You know you're gonna talk about me when I'm gone, but it ain't nobody's business what I do. Well, now champagne don't drive me crazy, cocaine don't make me lazy, and ain't nobody's business what I do. Now candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker. You can drink all the liquor down in Costa Rica, but it ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business what I do.
You little show off, you. That was fabulous.
Friday night song.
Beautiful.
You know, you were saying earlier, Terry, about being a load of bloody nutters here. Last week we had a fella from Brum, and he played simultaneously panpipes and concertina.
I know the guy, Steve.
Yeah, that's it.
He's a
Mad as a
fabulous
box of
guy.
frogs.
Steve completely bonkers. He made Gaffer look normal.
He's great. He's absolutely. Have you seen him play the musical Saw?
No. Oh, we have that treat to come.
Oh, I think he's something else. Fabulous guy.
Something else. He's my
Yeah.
mate.
He could remember Laura words. That's for sure.
That's the one. All about the railways going.
Oh,
yeah.
You got all the Welsh stations in there as
Yeah,
well.
I said to him, I think you missed out Pontypridd, and he said, no, you weren't listening. Yeah, it's great.
Right, that's absolutely lovely, Terry. Thanks for coming
Thank
and
you.
joining us tonight.
We're lucky to have this thing. I mean, Zoom has been just a godsend, hasn't it? I mean, not everybody's a fan, but if we're unable to meet face to face, what would we be doing on a Friday night? We'd be watching stuff on television, and aren't we lucky to have this thing going where we can just come here and have fun?
It's like having sort of professional turns, but not having to pay for them. isn't it?
Oh, now you see. Careful, John.
But I screwed up tonight because Margaret had promised us a song, hadn't she, tonight?
Oh, no.
Oh, I am in deep
And
shit.
she's gone. She's gone.
Yeah. Oh, I will have to grovel like no one has ever grovelled before. Oh.
I'm not sure you're capable of that, John.
Maybe she was just bullshitting and she was never intending doing anything.
We'll send her some polite messages tomorrow.
Buy her a bunch of flowers. Right, Malcolm, down in Worcester. Still sunny down there.
Oh, he's unmuted himself. He's on the ball. He's unmuted himself. It's just
Actually,
wonderful to have people.
There's a model railway behind him.
Now is it model or is it a backdrop?
It's a model.
It's a moggle.
It's a model. It's the beginnings of a model. It's what I've been doing since March, I suppose, on and off. But
You're far too young to have retired, Malcolm, surely.
No, I've been retired years.
Sorry.
Well, you're very kind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just before you start, 50 years ago today, 50, half a century ago today, I started work for what was then called Post Office Telephones, and it later became BT, and I was with them for 39 years till I escaped, and I thought it was 10 years ago, but it's actually 11 years ago. But 50 years ago today, a fresh-faced lad got up in the morning.
You ride round on your little BSA Bantam, didn't you?
No, it wasn't a BSA Bantam. No. It was a Triumph Cub, however. But I'd left school one day earlier. I got no break. I left school in the afternoon of the 26th, and I started work at 8 o'clock on the 27th.
Excellent.
I'm done now. I'm completely done. Thank you.
There we go. Right. So, is it officially autumn or winter? Anyway, let's play.
Well, the Met Office reckons it's autumn until the last day of November.
My gaeaf wedi cyrraedd, dwi'n meddwl.
You know I.
Okay.
Me that willing you.
I'll keep it still as autumn for a moment then. I've lost some of my volume there. I don't know what happened.
Very, very nice again, Malcolm.
Little did he know he had a bit of a tango accompaniment on the accordion up here. It was very pleasurable for me. That's all I'm saying. But then I am an accordionist, so...
Oh, I should have played something with your accordion stuff then. I actually lost the sound of my own sound, so I don't know quite what happened.
Well, it came through. It was lovely.
No, excellent, excellent. Right, and rounding us off tonight is Mike.
Oh, that's a great privilege to finish off the evening. Thank you very much.
Finish it off, Mike.
No, it's not.
Finish us off.
You will. It's not at all. No.
It's next best to Lions and Christians, isn't it? Finishing the night.
Yeah, right. Some years ago, Helen and I stayed a few nights in a hotel in Rhyl, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with the hotel. It was absolutely fine. So I just want to make the point that it's got no connection whatsoever with the hotel in the song I'm just about to sing. I'm living kind of swell in a second-rate hotel where the clientele is nothing but the best. There's a burglar and a murderer and 7 maniacs, and I wouldn't like to answer for the rest. I'm going to take it up a bit because that's a bit gravelly for me. Sorry about that. Right, let's try that again.
Little adjustment, lovely.
I'm living kind of swell in a second-rate hotel where the clientele is nothing but the best. There's a murder, a burglar, and 7 maniacs, and I wouldn't like to answer for the rest. Well, they feed on chicken pie. If you eat it, you will die. The meat you could not cut it with a sword. The oatmeal 6 weeks old, you can eat it for the moan. In that old go hungry hash house where I board. The other night the bedbugs came and met me on the stairs. That was something they had never done before. Well, they carried me off to bed. Lord, I wish that I was dead. Then I wouldn't have to live here anymore. Well, the beefsteak, it was rare, and the butter had red hair. The baby had his feet both in the stew. The eggs you could not touch. If you kicked one, it would hatch. In that old go hungry hash house where I go. If you think that I am happy here, I tell you I am not. If I stay here long, I think I'll go insane. On the corner of my cot, the mice are dancing a gavotte, while the bedbugs all play hopscotch round my brain. The molasses taste like paint. If you smell them, you would faint. The buckwheat cakes like sponges petrified. Well, the pies are old and grey. You had better stay away from that old go hungry hash house where I hide. She promised she would meet me when the clock struck 17 at the Cots Stockyard just a mile outside of town, where pig's feet and pig's ears and those longhorn Texas steers sell a sirloin steaks for 90 cents a pound. She's my darling, she's my daisy. She's humpbacked and she's crazy. She's knock-kneed, bow-legged and she's lame. They say her breath is sweet, but I would rather smell her feet. She's my freckle-faced consumptive Sarah Jane. Oh, the flapjacks are like blankets full of bugs and balls of hair. Sausages and bacon taste like hell. The biscuits are like lead. There's something living in the bread. In that old go hungry hash house where I go. That old go hungry hash house where I dwell. Thank you very much.
Oh, great ending to a lovely night. Thank you, everyone who's come and
There's something living in the bread. Did I hear that right? There's something living in the bread.
Yep.
There we are.
That sounds like a real hotel, doesn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, the places where we send the guests to the B&B.
Oh, well.
God, looking, it seems hours since that tone deaf bugger started off with Aphon Kiss, doesn't it?
Oh, that was a very nice version tonight, John. Oh,
We've got through some stuff tonight.
Compliment, lovely. It was a delightful version tonight, John. And for once, your life, you were subtle. Take that as a compliment, if you wish.
Right, okay, Elvis has left the building.
Oh.
So please go home quietly. No fighting on the streets.
Well, we're into Good Night, Elizabeth. Are we into Good Night, Elizabeth?
Good night, Mary Ellen.
Good night, John Boy.
Not quite. Anyway, we hope to see some of you. Some of you, I'm afraid, we will see again. But some of you, we hope to see again.
And all our newbies, you're very welcome to come back to us because we really, really enjoyed your stuff.
Thank you very much. It's been lovely coming.
Yes, thank you very much.
Hope we're not too strict about rules and things. Hope we're not too.
Very, very good, very good.
No, I like a bit.
Grand.
Alan, are you growing a beard?
No, it's growing itself actually. All I've done is stop shaving, and it just happens. It's a week old, and I'm nurturing it, and it's not very popular at home.
How long will Wendy put up with it?
Till about January the 1st, I guess. But I'd like to keep it till about March because I used to have a motorbike. Oh, I haven't stopped recording. I'll stop. Say good night, John, and I'll stop recording.
Good night. Okay. Good night, everyone. And we'll see you next week.
Don't go. We're just saying.